He warned the king. The king threw him in prison. Months later, the king lost everything. There was once a ruler who stretched his hand into the pockets of his own people. He taxed the farmers until their fields went dry. He seized the merchants' gold until the markets went silent. He punished anyone who questioned him. At first, people whispered. Then they packed their belongings. Then they left. Entire villages emptied. Entire cities fell quiet. And when the people disappeared, so did the money. The treasury ran dry. The army grew weak. And enemies who had once feared this king began to circle like wolves. One evening in the royal court, a scholar was reading aloud from an ancient book of kings. He read the story of Zahak, the tyrant who bathed in blood and ruled through terror. And he read of Fereydoun, a simple man with no army and no gold, who rose up and crushed the tyrant's throne. The king interrupted. "Tell me," he said, "how did Fereydoun defeat Zahak? He had no soldiers. He had no treasury. How did he win?" The wise minister stepped forward. "Your Majesty," he said, "Fereydoun won because the people gathered behind him. They were tired of Zahak's cruelty. They chose hope over fear, and together they were unstoppable." The king nodded slowly. Then the minister continued. "So I must ask you, my king, if the support of the people is what builds a throne, why are you scattering yours to the wind? Why do you crush the very hands that could carry you?" The court went silent. The king's expression darkened. "A ruler," the minister said, "needs two things: generosity so that people gather around him, and mercy so that people feel safe under his shadow. Without these, there is no kingdom. Only a man sitting on a chair, waiting to fall." He paused, then added, "A wolf cannot be a shepherd, and a king who plants injustice is digging the grave of his own throne." The king's face twisted with anger. He did not thank the minister. He did not reflect. He raised his hand and shouted, "Take him to the dungeon!" The guard seized the old man and dragged him away. The court watched in silence. No one dared to speak. The only man brave enough to tell the truth had just been punished for it. But truth does not disappear when you lock it in a cell. Not long after, the king's own cousins rose against him. They wanted power. They wanted the throne. And who joined them? The same people the king had crushed. The same farmers he had robbed. The same merchants he had silenced. They came together, not out of loyalty to the cousins, but out of hatred for the king. The streets filled with voices, the army crumbled, and the man who once sat on the highest throne found himself with nothing. No people, no soldiers, no power. He had been warned. He had been told exactly what would happen. But he chose pride over wisdom, and pride always pays in the end. Some leaders believe that fear is enough to hold power, but fear only works until people have nothing left to lose. Then it turns into fire. The people are not your servants. They are your foundation. Betray them, and you are not standing on a throne. You are standing on air. A king who makes peace with his people has nothing to fear from any enemy. Because a just ruler does not need walls. His people become his army. But a king who makes war with his own people will never sleep peacefully again. Because the enemy is already inside the gates. If this story made you think, subscribe and stay close. More ancient truths are waiting to be told.